Enter Alex Hamilton, MSP. I hadn't spoken to Alex in about 4 months. He'd left me a voicemail 2 weeks previous when I'd resigned my membership, telling me on the voicemail, which I still have, that he would know the party was fixed when I came back. At midnight, almost, on the night that Alex Salmond had given evidence to the Holyrood inquiry, Alex Hamilton messaged me trying to prove to me that he was some kind of feminist, telling me that he has had abuse on Twitter, so he's had to delete it. I think that took all of half an hour before he put it back on. And he told me that one of Salmond's complainants had messaged him. He then shared her text messages with me, which of course is standard Alex Hamilton behaviour. And I asked him to go for a walk so that I could have a full conversation with him. That walk eventually took place on the 12th of March 2021 when we met down at Cramond Foreshore in his constituency, and it was there that I told him about the fact that I was concerned about paedophiles and the protection of paedophiles in the party. He told me that when he became leader, he was going to instate an independent investigation process, and he was wanting to divorce the Scottish Party from the English Party, which is when I realised that he was a huge liar. So 2 days after I'd gone for the walk with Alex Hamilton, MSP, I phoned the police on the 14th of March and I reported safeguarding concerns. They spoke to me on the 15th of March and they told me that unless I could go to them with hard evidence, then they weren't able to hear me about anything, and I couldn't talk to them about concerns for future crimes. Because that's not how it works. I knew at this point, especially given other Liberal Democrats, members and staffers' experiences of reporting safeguarding issues to the police, that I was on a hiding to nothing, and I decided to take an alternative approach. I was struggling, really struggling. I was quite distraught for that week. And then I decided on the 18th of March to text my former friend, Wendy Chamberlain MP, who was telling me still that she was my friend. I told her that I was unbelievably let down by her, that she shouldn't have told me that she loved me, and that I had concerns of paedophile protection in the party. She responded to me by telling me that she loves me, and she told me that she could see what place I was in because of the time of night that I'd texted her. I stand by what time of night I texted her. I was in a really dark place trying to work out who I could trust to talk about paedophiles with. And then she tried to use the grief that I may have been feeling about my dad to make me feel like I was some kind of nutcase and that I didn't have any place to be talking about paedophiles or abusers in the party. I haven't spoken to Wendy since, but 10 days ago she lied publicly on record, stating that there had been an independent investigation into all of my complaints and that it has been reported on. This is not true. After the walk in March 21, Alex Hamilton and I shared a series of emails relating to the man who assaulted me. And although he was inappropriate in those emails, it was left on a friendly footing. And then, lo and behold, August 21, he becomes leader of the Scottish Liberal Democrats. Now, I've mixed this up in previous recordings when I've said that I reached out to him and then he unfollowed me. It was the other way around, but both versions are absolutely rotten. So he becomes leader on the 20th of August and he unfollows me from Twitter on the same day. And then I spend the entire weekend watching as he posts photographs of himself alongside people who he knew had bullied people in the party to the point of attempted suicide. He was also up to his old tricks. So on the 22nd of August, he tweeted out this statement about not being everyone's cup of tea, but, please don't abuse his staff. He loves to play the victim and he loves to play the saviour. And when he's at his most rotten, he does both together. I respond to his tweet by saying 100% this, you don't deserve abuse either. And then I ask him about all of the things that he said, or some of the things he said he was going to do for me when he was leader. I didn't ask him about paedophilia publicly, but that's what I was getting at. I'll be honest, the fact that he'd unfollowed me and the fact that he had taken photographs with known abusers in the party made me gasp. And I really did have to take the weekend to focus on what to do next. On the Monday morning, I texted him saying it's time for that change we discussed. And Alex responded by saying, "Good to hear from you. I'm on the case." That's the last time I've ever had any text interaction with him. And my heart sunk because I knew that he knew I was talking about paedophile protection.